Hi everyone, thanks for joining me in the workshop today. The project this week is building a gantry crane. I've got a section of 105 by 45 universal beam here. I'm going to build an A-frame at each end on some castors, and I'll make a little dolly that rolls along the top of the beam that I can hang a block and tackle or a winch on. Right, let's get on with it. That's all the main A-frame parts cut. I just thought I'd pop them up here to give you an idea of the size that I'm going for. Obviously I'll have 5-inch castors on the bottom and the I-beam going out across the top. Ran out of gas. Fantastic. Right, that's the basic A-frame, if you like, made, one for each end. I'm going to do some plates now out of 5mm steel, get the plasma on the job, should make light work of it. Right, so I've got 4 plates here for the castors. These are going to get welded onto the bottom of the A-frames in the corners. And then I've got 4 plates here drilled 13mm for M12 screws. These will be welded, one on the top of each A-frame and then one on the bottom of each end of the I-beam and then bolted together. I'm not going to weld it together because when we inevitably move house, I want to be able to take it to bits, put it in the back of the van and take it with me. So having it bolted together makes it disassemblable and also makes it a little bit more manageable while I'm building it. Right, that's the A-frames and the beam all welded up, all plated, etc. I'm going to do a bit of a dry run now and bolt it all up, get it assembled, and then I've got some lateral bracing that I want to put in, and I'll tack that in while it's assembled, and that way I'm guaranteed to get it all square and aligned and there won't be any unfortunate accidents. Right, let's see how this goes. This could be entertaining. Well, that was easier than expected. I made a big thing. Right, that's all the bracing tacked in. What I'm going to do now is rip it down, weld it up fully on the bench. I'll put the castors on and paint it as well while it's all down and in bits and easy to move around. And then I'll put it back up, and then I can get on with making the little dolly or the little saddle. What is it called? I wonder what that's called actually. The little bit that rolls along the top that allows you to hook your crane on, your winch even. If you know what that's called, drop it in the comments, because I don't and I'd love to. Right, let's get on with the next bit. Right, the castors that I'm using are the same ones that I used for building the welding table. Interesting little thing, if I understand this correctly, if you've got a table or a crane or anything that's got 4 castors on it, each caster has its own load rating. In this case, these are 200 kilograms each. Now you'd think, okay, so it's got 4 wheels, so that's 800 kilograms load rating. No. So if you've got 4 wheels, 4 castors, the load rating of the system is actually 600 kilograms. So it's the load rating of the sum of 3 of the 4 castors, if that makes sense. So if you think about it, if you've got 4 wheels and you go over some uneven ground and one of those wheels lifts off the ground, you've only got 3 wheels supporting your whatever's on your wheels. So that's why it's 3. At least that's my understanding. If you know better, chuck it in the comments and share that knowledge with everybody else. Right, let's get them stuck on. Right, while that's drying, I'll get on with making the little dolly that rolls across the top of the beam. Right, so I've got all the bits cut for the dolly. You saw me cut and drill these 2 plates. I've also cut a little spacer plate here and a couple of little bits of tube. And I'm just going to go through how it all goes together and what all the bits do before I assemble it, because once it all is together, it will probably be a little bit difficult to see. So the 2 plates quite obviously go either side of the beam, and the beam will fit in this gap here. Okay, so this plate here will be welded in, and then these 3 pins here will all be removable, so the saddle can go over the top and then these can be put in afterwards. These 2 sleeves on these M16 bolts will form the rollers to roll along the top of the beam, and then these 2 tubes and this spacer plate here will just act to maintain the gap between the 2 outer skins. And then this M20 here will be where the winch attaches. she is, all done behind me. This project wasn't without its challenges, but I think it's going to make a very valuable addition to the workshop here. Especially in the next few weeks, I've got a few bits of heavy machinery to move around, so hopefully it will get a little bit of use, which will be good. I've got a 3-phase chop saw in storage at the moment that I'd like to get over here, and I've got my eye on a Bridgeport milling machine, which would be great to get in here. Obviously that's not going to be picking it up, that'll be coming in on rollers, but if I ever want to take the bed off and things like that, that'll be a very handy bit of kit to have in the workshop. Which brings me on to the interesting question of the next project. Bridgeport mill, lathe in the other room behind me, and the big chop saw are all 3-phase, and I haven't got 3-phase. So if all goes to plan, the next project is going to be building a 3-phase rotary converter. I've got some of the bits already, so stay tuned if you're interested in that, and hit that subscribe button. I'll try and put it somewhere around here, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you next time in the workshop. Cheers, thanks for watching.